Right, welcome to Rugby Park, everybody, for the first game of the women's 7's today. The Harlequeens Queens. This is Eastern Suburbs. First try scored by Winona Conway, captain of the Harlequeens. Kick to be taken by Rebecca Davies.
Make sure that defensive line holds, all right?
And we have a conversion by Rebecca Davies, which makes the score very quickly on the kick-off 7-0. For the Harlequeens, we have playing today number 5 Fiona Anderson, number 3 Misa Albert, next to her Savannah, number 9 Rebecca Davies, Finale Roberts, Winona Conway and Lydia Attrell. On the bench we have Lily O'Donnell and Josie Hikaro. And another try by Misa Albert. I'm afraid I don't have a team sheet for Eastern Suburbs for you, so can't run through that. Another conversion by Rebecca Davies for the Harlequeens. So that makes 14-0 in favour of the Harlequeens. Today's the final rostered games for the women's competition before we head into finals in a couple of weeks. And we currently have a top of the table versus bottom of the table clash, the Harlequeens and Eastern Suburbs. Eastern Suburbs have been one of the most improved teams this year. They've had a fantastic level of improvement, got some young girls in, and they've really done well this year. It's been great to see. Advantage to Harlequeens. Here goes Rebecca Davies with the ball, pushing through, heading for the line. She'll head as close as she can to the post, make it easy for herself when she tries for the conversion. So try Rebecca Davies, and she'll now back up and see if she can convert that as well. Great kick, amazing kick from Rebecca. She's got her kicking boots on today. So Harlequeens went up to 21. For those of you that are used to watching 15s, you'll see 7's is a much faster paced game. Same size field as 15, 7 players, a lot faster, a lot more running.
Who wants it? Roosters, who wants the ball? Be ready.
Ball picked up by Fiona Anderson. Very quick on her feet. And Fiona through for another score. Keeping under the posts, hoping that will help Beck in her ability to make another conversion. And we're through again. Great kicking from Rebecca Davies. 28-0 to the Harlequeens.
Keep an eye where they line up on the kick. Roosters, you're going to have to start thinking the ball.
7's games play 2 7-minute halves, so it's fast and ferocious, and these girls need to be exceedingly fit. Great take from Easts. Tackle and off, they're off. Let's see how far they can get forward with this. Oh, steal from the Queens. Playing out, and Fiona Anderson's got it again. Nope, we've been called up. Oh, we have an injury, we have a player down. East's player. Looks like she's okay, but may have taken a bit of a knock to the head. Oops, she's up. They're tough, these East girls, really tough. Got that amazing courage. She's going to continue on. The ref will do a quick assessment, make sure she's okay. Yep, okay, he seems satisfied that she's all right. And we're calling half time. Nope, we're not calling half time. Starting play with a scrum.
Scrum time, look where we are.
Not quite sure what happened in that little passage of play there. But it's Quinn's feed into the scrum. So we have the feed in by Finau Roberts for Harlequeens. 3-person scrum in 7's. Oh, good job from the East girls, but good save from Rebecca Davies there. And they're really pushing her out far. Got her down before the line. It's been a spill. Recovered, ball went backwards. Covered by Savannah and off to Winona. Great defensive work from Easts there, holding the ball up, stopping the Queens from being able to score. Excellent work. And here we go, Winona Conway through again. Oh, good hands to Finau Roberts. Finally try. Made the Queens work hard for that one, Easts. That was excellent play from the East girls, and this is just a sign of their fantastic improvement over this season. They've really shown fabulous strength and courage this season. Another converted try from Rebecca Davies. And it's half time. All right, so welcome back to the second half of this Women's 7's game against the Harlequeens and Eastern Suburbs. Harlequeens are up at the moment, I think possibly 35-0 could be the score at half time. Harlequeens are in the checkerboard strip and Eastern Suburbs in the maroon. We have a player down from East at the moment. Looks like a head knock. Try scored by Harlequeens just prior to that. Out very wide, very difficult angle for young Rebecca Davies here to try and convert. She's just waiting while the ref assesses the player that's been injured. And it looks like the player that was hurt in the first half now may be suffering, so we'll need to assess whether she's had some kind of concussion, I think. Just getting a medic in. Chris? Did she convert that? Did she convert that?
Oh, I missed that. Eric, sorry. Eric, did that kick go in?
Wow, awesome kick here from Rebecca Davies. Converting that try. We're just sorting out a couple of injuries from the east side. Oh, it looks like we have a blood nose and a bit of a head knock. So we're now 42-0.
I've only got 5, mate.
We'll just see whether or not the Harlequeens maybe want to, yep, they're going to drop down a couple of players because East are down to 5. So we're going to drop a couple of the Queens players off and let the East players and the Queens players play 5 on 5.
Drive on the ball.
It's a tough ask, 5 players for the entire field, but these girls are tough and they'll keep going. Beautiful run there by the Queens captain, Winona Conway. Score again. Great support from the Queens girls for her. And Beck Davies continues what appears to be a 100% conversion rate. Congratulations, Beck, that's fantastic. So another converted try to the Queens in this first game of our final round of rostered matches. We're seeing a lot of tired and weary bodies out there today after a shortened but fairly intense season of games for these girls. Oh, great hit up there by the East players. Excellent, hold on to that ball. Oh, great play by these East girls. Look, going for a bit of a run now. There's Katie, inspirational East player. And Robin, amazing, heading off for a run. Great, oh, what a shame. Unfortunately, 7's is an unforgiving game. Cannot make mistakes like that. And once Winona Conway has it in her safe hands, the likelihood of being able to get it back off her is pretty slim. But excellent running there by the East player to give Winona a little bit of a scare, make her take a run through the try line. But that was, as you may have just heard the East coach saying, that was some of amazing attacking play, best yet, and it's quite right. That was excellent work by East. Another converted try by Rebecca Davies. She's got a kicking boots on today. Got an interchange for the Queens with Mesa Albert coming off for Josie Hikaru, a new young player this year, new to Rugby 7's, new to the Queens. Any young women watching out there thinking rugby might be the game for them? Come along, give it a try. Awesome game.
Ref! Can we bring him back on?
East are trying to bring one of their injured players back on again. Just trying to get the ref's attention that they'd like to add her back in again. So the Queens will now put on, all players coming back on. We're back up to 7. So we see Lily O'Donnell coming on for the Queens for the first time today, and Lydia Attrell. Lily's been long-term player with the Queens, original player, but out with injury this season, and just in the last couple of weeks coming back. Oh, knocked on by Lydia Attrell. Scrum called for the knock-on. So this will be a feed into the scrum by Easts. As I said before, 3-person scrum in 7's. Hooker and 2 props. Feed in by the halfback. But still just as heavily contested, as you can see. And Winona Conway gets the break out of the scrum to score. And that'll be full time, I think. Oh, and a miss on the final siren from Beat Davies. So that's a very close to 100% conversion. But we're now finished with a final score of 61-0 to the Harlequeens. Okay, we're ready now for game 2 of the women's 7's today. We're just having trouble finding a ball at the moment to start the game. Not quite sure what happened to the ball from the last game. So we have here in the red, black and yellow the team we've come to know as Tarooni, which is actually the Tarooni Rugby Club and the University Women's Rugby Club playing as a joint team this season. Started off the team as two separate teams, have now merged to form one super team, incredibly strong team with some fabulous players, have managed to move their way right up to the second on the ladder. And playing them is the fabulous Burnie Emus team, who also started the year as two teams and merged into one halfway through the year due to injury. And that's Mel?
Zoe Ferguson.
Zoe Ferguson taking a run for the Burnie team, just over the line after a tackle from VV Hockinen for the Tarooni Uni team. Now, yes, she managed to get the try. Excellent run, fantastic play from the Burnie Emus girls who've come down this morning from lovely Burnie to Hobart. And taking their kick is Claire Whiteway, captain of the Burnie Emus team. Unfortunately, no conversion for the Burnie girls on this occasion. So taking the kick off here is Claire Whiteway for Burnie. Ball needs to go at least 10 metres, which it easily does. Taken by young Antonia Brancher in her first year of senior rugby. After years of terrorising the boys, playing with them. And over again to Tarooni, to Emily Pregnall, I believe. And out to Grace, a lovely tall second rower from Taroona. And through to a score from Georgia Stewart. I think one of the, certainly was the captain of the uni team before they merged. Exceptionally fast player, young Georgia. Oh, hit the post. Yeah, so we're now at 5-5 for this game. Nice tight competition between what I think is second and fourth at the moment in this 5-team competition.
Go Burnie.
Oh, great hands. That's the ball taken by one of the Tongan imports playing with Burnie. Great pick-up for them this season. And stolen by VV Hockinen out to Georgia Sayers. They're unlikely to catch her. Oh, nope, referee's caught her. Brought back, 4 pass.
Well done, you put that pressure on to do that.
So, back for a scrum here.
Move up. 25 metres away, man.
Burnie feed.
Move up.
Okay, the scrum's not quite stable enough, so we will start again.
Crouch. Fine.
Right. Georgia Stewart is a very strong there. We're going to knock on. We might have a little injury here with the Burnie girls. So we have another scrum, just depending on the state of this young Burnie players.
What is it?
Looks like an ankle or knee.
Again, reoccurring.
Yeah, we've had a lot of trouble, this poor Burnie team, with ankle and knee injuries this year. And that appears to be a recurring injury on part of one of the Burnie players, which is really unfortunate to see. Hopefully we can ice that and she'll recover quickly. So we're back on for a Tarooni feed now. Oh, great. Ooh, high tackle, possibly.
Back you go, miss.
It's okay.
The ref's just going to have a word with her about the arm over the shoulder. Hard when the player's already on their way to the ground, but it was a little high. So penalty now to Tarooni. Let's see if they can make Burnie pay for that little indiscretion there. Oh, great tackle from Burnie there. And young Antonia down. She offloaded the ball. Great work. And off to Georgia Sayers. They'll have to go hard to catch her. Another very, very fast runner. Previous Taroona player. Aon State 7's representative. The two Georges on either side of the wing here, Sayers and Stewart, form a formidable combination for any team playing this combined team. Georgia Sayers coming to the team from Taroona and Georgia Stewart coming from University. The two of them extremely strong. And we had a converted try there as well. So that puts Tarooni one converted try up. Nice close game, that's what we like to see. Oh, missed there, but the ball went backwards, so Burnie were able to save it. Comes Claire Whiteway crashing through, experienced, also ex-Aon's player. Oh, intercept by Tarooni there. That tackle. And Burnie come out with the ball. Well done, girls. Now see if they can hold on to that. Yep, they'll be lucky to wrench that off Claire Whiteway. Ball out. Good job, Burnie. Hold on to that ball. Great job, Burnie. They're doing really well here to hold on. Intercept, I think, there by Tarooni. And a penalty to Burnie. The Tarooni player, Emily Pregnell, just struggling to get back there, but played on anyway. Claire Whiteway crashing through. Burnie came out with the ball. Great work. They just need safe, strong hands here now. And the Burnie player going for a run, pop off and through. Get the manages to land the ball. No, knock on. Knock on. Great tackle by Georgia Sayers there to save that try. So knock on and half time. Scores remain with the Tarooni team one converted try up. Okay, we're back for the second half of this game, women's 7's game. Burnie Emus versus the combined Taroona University team, affectionately known as Tarooni this season. And we're starting with the Tarooni team one converted try up. It's Emily Pregnall with the ball for Tarooni. She's a very strong player. Hard to get down. They finally managed to do that. Georgia Stewart with a fabulous fend there. Big don't argue in the chest of the Burnie player, and off for a run. Once she's off and running, very difficult to mow down. And very interesting looping successful conversion. They're just about to call it as unsuccessful and looped through. So that puts the Tarooni team 2 converted tries up on the Burnie team at the moment. Tarooni have come bolting out of the blocks. Great. About to say great take by Burnie, but dropped it at the last minute. Fortunately, cannot make those kinds of mistakes against an opposition like this. They're too quick, pounce on the ball, great tackle there, excellent tackling. Certainly of these two teams, Burnie have the size, but Uni have a huge amount of speed. So penalty taken very quickly by Claire Whiteway, who just pushes through. Big don't argue from Claire, and off to one of the extremely fast young Burnie players in Virginia. He's just gone through for a try. Straight under the post, so let's see if they can convert this one. And I think Claire's going to let Virginia take the kick. Here. She's very close to the posts, but she got it through. So it's now 1 converted try between them. Great work there by Burnie. Really tough, physical brand of rugby played by Burnie, and Tarooni have brought on Micheline, another one of their very experienced 7's players, international 7's player in fact. It's represented Papua New Guinea. And great pickup there by Burnie. Moved on with it. They're playing exceptionally well today. Great physical brand of 7's. Steal by Georgia Stewart. And on to Micheline. Another exceptionally fast runner, but Burnie are going to take her on. Well done. Oh, Zoe from Burnie. Just can't quite get there. Exceptional speed from Micheline for a try. And a conversion there. So now 2 converted tries up to Tarooni. Okay, here comes Burnie down again. That's the wing, protect the ball. Oh, dropped it. Went backwards, they're okay. Managed to ground that ball before it went forwards. Oh, great dummy there. Excellent work from this young Tongan contingent for Burnie, and they're going to go for a run. Brought down by George. Oh, excellent work. Watch out, she's hot. There we go. Fantastic teamwork from the Burnie team. Ground that ball before they're taken down. Excellent work there. And the Burnie crowd are really appreciating that work. But fantastic running down from Tarooni as well. Staying with the player, never giving up, running through, keeping that pressure right up to the end. This has been an exceptionally strong game for the young Burnie Emus team. Another converted try there for them. They've really been plagued by injury a lot this year, this young Burnie team. First year playing in the women's comp as the Burnie Emus with a fabulous new strip. Previously been part of the combined Northwest Panthers with the Devonport club, but this year went out on their own with a really strong team of great players. So it's fantastic to see. And ball taken by Grace for Tarooni. Oh, and knocked out. Strong tackle, strong hit there from Burnie, who are pushing forward. Really interesting to see these two styles of rugby. Watch out, we've got Mish there on her. Great support from the Burnie players. Tarooni doing everything they can to stop that ball from getting over the line. Burnie showing great determination. Okay, Burnie needs to just take some time here to think about how they're going to make it happen. Cannot seem to ground this ball, and here goes Claire Whiteway. She'll get it over. Great captain's push there from Claire Whiteway to get that ball over the ground. Great determination from Burnie. So it must be very, very close here. There may be a try in it.
Conversion between it.
Conversion between it. 26 to Tarooni, 24 to Burnie. So let's see if we can tie this one up. Not quite. And that is full time, sadly, for the Burnie Emus. But that's an amazing game for them. Great for both teams. So 26-24, win to Tarooni against the Burnie Emus. Okay, welcome back to game 3 of the final day of roster games for the Tasmanian Women's 7's competition. Now we have in the orange and teal the Tamar Valley Vixens in their pretty much brand new strip, which looks fantastic, obviously from Launceston, and again the Eastern Suburbs Roosters girls. Tamar Valley are the only standalone women's club in the competition. They are only a women's club. They used to be historically part of the Launceston Rugby Club, but have now separated and formed their own women's club, which is fabulous to see. Again, a number of really talented state players, Aons players, great combination of physicality and incredibly fast runners. So strong team, last year's premiers, currently third on the ladder. Lauren Cooper there, who was captain of the last Tasmanian Aon 7's team when we had a team in the competition for UTAS. Exceptionally fast young player, experienced.
Can you not have this anywhere near us because we're quite sensitive to fucking injury? So who do you want? Do you want to get everybody for the finals question, or do we tell you up with Jeff first, or what?
Roosters, everyone thinking the ball's coming to me. Be ready.
You should have it. Like, don't talk to me. Focus on. Make some smart.
So quick off the mark from the Tamar Valley Vixens, first score of the day. Lauren Cooper to take the kick. Well, that one went a little off the side of the boot, didn't travel the 10 metres.
Yeah, use
so
it, girls.
They'll go back 10
Use that advantage.
now, and East will come up, and they'll take the ball. They'll take the ball back in the centre where the ref is.
Remember, back each
For a-
other up.
Penalty kick, or penalty play, sorry. See if they can take some advantage of
Help her out.
this.
Leg,
Oh,
leg.
unfortunately lost the ball.
Yeah, good tackles. Good
Picked up
Help her out.
by the
help her out.
Vixens. Ball out with Lauren Cooper.
Legs,
And
legs.
she's looking for someone to pass it to, but now she realises she's on her own. She's going to have to make the run. And straight through the post.
Good chase.
Vixens need to be careful of that in with a more of a running opponent. Leaving your player out the front on their own can be quite dangerous. Converted kick there from Lauren Cooper.
Heads up. Be ready for the restart. Chicken. Chicken. Be ready.
Vixens to kick off again. Another one not quite going the required meterage and bouncing back. So back again for
Quick
East.
restart. Tap and go.
Pick it up. Tap and go. Try and take advantage. Unfortunately, the Vixens were already back in their line, so it wasn't a huge advantage there. Got a hold onto that ball, stolen there by Rhiannon James. Experienced 7's and 15's player, Tasmanian player.
Legs, legs.
And they're off, not sure, that might have been, no, I don't think it was Cara, not, might have been Cara. And back into the safe hands of Lauren Cooper again. Good support this time from her teammates, so that's great, and she's through. And got the Roosters legend Katie here coming off for a bit of a breather. Have a bit of a seat, drink.
I'd like some smoked salmon.
Be ready.
That's great, much better kick there from the Vixens.
Get up, get
Whoop!
up.
Oh, and the East
Yeah,
girls
legs, good,
just
get it
didn't
down.
get that here.
Steal the ball. Steal the ball.
Get back inside.
Down,
Up.
balls.
Number up, number up.
Ball's out.
To right.
Out to
What's the rub?
Rhiannon out there. Off to, it could be Cara North, another experienced player.
Well done, T.
Good effort, T.
No, it's not Cara, I've just seen her on the sidelines. Could be Alice.
I don't know how to harden.
And another
Monia.
conversion.
She's just.
Got to bring down that tackle height, Roosters. Tackle the legs, remember, legs.
They're trying.
Let's try more doing. I can't talk.
Oh, it's so much easier to commentate these things than it is to actually do them. And with the process that we have with these games, there's not a huge break between games. So these girls might get 20 minutes,
Help her out.
That's it, Ness.
maybe 40 if they're lucky, between games, and then they're back on again.
Get with her.
So
Get with her.
demanding.
Get with her.
Well, they've grounded the ball. Can they hold on to it? No, it's out. That will be one of the DeSaltoy girls for the Vixens.
Take it under.
And off for the try.
Good chase.
How you coming? Ladies,
Alright.
you good to go? Alright, get ready.
You want to get to your rest?
Yeah. T!
And half time.
Half time anyway.
So I'm not quite sure what the score is there, but I think we're looking at maybe 4 or 5 tries to the Vixens, predominantly converted out of that half. So we're back soon with the second half of this game. Okay, we're back for the second half of this game against the Tamar Valley Vixens in the orange and teal coloured stripes, the orange socks, and the Eastern Suburbs Roosters in the maroon. Vixens, obviously, Launceston based team, and East based on the eastern shore of Hobart. Vixens currently in 3rd place on the ladder. East's in 5th at the bottom of the ladder, but massively improved team this year, which is great to see. We've got to watch some of these Vixens runners, experienced touch footy players, Aon's representatives. Once they're out, you can't stop them, they're fast. Imperative when you're playing some of these teams with these really fast wingers to know your tackles. You've got to get them first time. And a conversion to the Vixens. So I'm not entirely sure of the score here, but I think we must be looking at about 6 converted tries to 0. Vixens, a very strong team, last year's premiers. Great combination of speed and physicality, these girls, experienced players. And we're out. So possibly a line out? No, knock on? Line out.
Ness, come wider, come wider.
Nope, scrum. Hard to tell from this angle.
Ali. Legs. Yeah,
Oh.
get the ball. Yeah, good. Use the advantage.
We have Vixens player down. This again is part of the risk of not having supporting players running with the runner, with the ball. Can't just assume in this game that they're going to get all the way to the end. You've got to support your players. So the medic's currently assessing a Vixens player. He's down as a result of some contact in there. We've got Claire Whiteway, the captain of Burnie, going over to help. She's a current med student. Hopefully it's not a serious injury, and we'll be able to get this player back up again. Yep. Okay, so this is a good sign. She's sitting up. Always a concern in any rugby game, any contact sport, with knocks to the head, concussions taken really seriously by Australian rugby now, as they should be. And the ref will make a determination about that, and if he thinks it necessary, he can issue a blue card if he thinks there's a concussion. He hasn't done that, so he's obviously satisfied that the player is okay to come off and receive some medical treatment. And it looks like that player... No, I'm not going to call it. I'm not sure who that is. But coming off and being replaced by Lauren Cooper on the field. And we have another scrum with the feed to the Roosters. Line-outs are a bit few and far between in the 7's game. And scrums predominantly from knock-ons. Okay, I'm back underway again now with this scrum, the feed to Easts. See if they can make something out of this. Excellent balls out, and they're off. Try and hold on to that ball. Keep possession. Great work, girls. And Katie's got the ball, she's pushing through, trying to find a teammate to offload to. Bit of crowding around the ball there from the East girls. They need to give themselves a little bit of space, enable someone to be able to get a run in there. Here we go, Robin's got, oh, Katie, no, can't quite ground it. And Vixens have now got possession. And they're off and running. You see the difference there, they're well spaced, room to run but still supporting each other. And a try on the outside, but she's managed to bring it right in under the post. There she goes, right in under the posts to Lauren Cooper. Obviously the closer she can get under the post, the better it is for the kicker, which in this case will probably be her. So you can really clearly see the difference there with the Vixens girls in spreading out, keeping their line strong, room to really move the ball, not crowding around it too much. And a conversion there from Lauren Cooper. Unfortunately, these scorelines for Eastern Suburbs just don't really demonstrate the commitment and the effort that they put in, which is unfortunate for them because they really have improved massively this year and they're doing great work, and it's testament to them they've been able to keep their women's team in the comp and improving each year. That's what we like to see.
Get there, babe! Get there!
That's it.
Go over, babe! Go, babe!
Ball. Hold on to that ball, girls. Over the ball, protect the ball. That's it. Great work. On to Chicken. She lost the ball, unfortunately. Picked up by the Vixens. Knocked out again. Who's come out with possession? Oh, it's a tug of war here. Oh, ball's out. Scrum with a feed to Easts. Ball's in. Oh, no, not a great feed there. Ball's come out to the Vixens. And they're away. Lauren Cooper again looked for someone to pass it off to, but has gone for the run herself. And through for another one. She scored the majority of the Vixens' tries today. Had an exceptional game in the Vixens' first game out today. And conversion again. obviously the East girls are starting to get a bit tired now. It's their second game compared to Vixens' first. But great pick up there by East. Strong hold, holding onto that ball, getting it back. Go Robin, excellent. And Chicken for East, roll that ball out, great pick up. Good fast work from the Eastern Suburbs girls. Get the ball out, protect it. Run it off, oh, and they've got her out. So we're not having a line out though, the ref's playing a high tackle earlier, advantage to East, and they've got a penalty, they're off. Ground that ball and great low tackle from the DeSalchoy for Vixens. Great tackle there by East, the Vixens player down. They've managed to get the ball out again and no, unfortunately, again a missed tackle and that lets the Vixens go for a run. Need a demonstration that you simply have to nail those tackles with players like this. And converted try again, and that's full time. Sorry, I can't give you a final score for that game, but I'm hazarding a guess here that it must be about 8 or 9 converted tries to the Vixens. 2-0 to the East's team. Welcome back to the fourth game, the games today, and we're back with the Harlequeens in the blue and maroon checkerboard and the Burnie women's Emus in the red and navy. Should be a close game, good match in terms of physicality and speed, these two teams. That's Finau Roberts. Oh, passed the ball to the Burnie player. A little moment of colour blindness possibility. But stolen back by Winona Conway and ball passed out by Savannah A.T. to Finn Roberts again. It's Rebecca Davies off to Lydia Attrill. Lydia's been tackled, quick pop off to Rebecca Davies again, great teamwork by the Queens. So she can ground that ball, yes, she has. Great teamwork there by the Harlequeens, which is the female team from the Harlequeens Rugby Club in Hobart. And converted try for Rebecca Davies. She's continuing her good run of converted tries today.
Take the ball.
And kick off by Beck Davies, taken cleanly by Burnie and brought down and tackled by Mesa Albert. Fabulous tackling style, Mesa. And Burnie's through. Oh, Burnie had a drop there, picked up by the Queens. In the safe hands of Winona Conway there, and she's sprinting for the line. And she'll safely put that ball down. So a second try to the Harlequeens. Kick to be taken by Beck Davies again. Winona did her best to get it as close to the sticks as possible there. And a miss to that one. So we now have, on my calculations, 12-0 to the Harlequeens. Bet Davies take the kick again, great kick, and taken safely by the Burnie team, but tackled by Lydia Attrell. And ball stolen there by Winona Conway. Winona had a season as a halfback with the Melbourne Rebels team. Very experienced player, very explosive.
Good girl.
Really pleased to have Winona back in Tassie playing with the Queens this year.
Mark it up, mark it up.
And we have a scrum, feed to Burnie. Burnie taken down again by Misa. Bet Davies steal the ball. Out to Winona Conway. Claire Whiteway really taking her down, and a skip to the side from Nona, the dummy, and she's across for another score. A little wider out this time, making it a bit of a challenge for Rebecca Davies. See if she can kick that conversion from this angle. She certainly had her kicking boots on today, but that one's a bit of an ask. And she got it through. Great job, Beck. Great teamwork here from the Queens girls. So I think we're at 19-0 at the moment in the favour of the Harlequeens. Great kick out to the side from Bet Davies. Oh, knock on, I think, called there. Yes. Knock on by Burnie. And we'll have a scrum with a feed by the Queens.
Nice and strong in the scrum. Look who you got.
And we've got Finn Roberts feeding in to the scrum, grabbing the ball, and out to Misa Albert. With a dummy there to Winona Conway, and she's brought down. Steal there by Burnie. And stolen back by Finn Roberts into Misa Albert. Strong, strong player, Misa.
Keep going, Lid.
Misa also spent some time training with the Melbourne Rebels, but decided she would rather be in Tassie.
Good scrum, good scrum.
Great conversion there by Rebecca Davies. So, great pickup for the Queens to get Misa on board with us. So I think we're looking at 26-0 here at the moment, just before half time. The ref said there's time for one more start before he calls half time, and that was a miss by Burnie. That'll be the half time call now. So I think we're looking at a score of 26-0. I'll just confirm that. Okay, so we're getting ready for a restart in the second half of this game. The Harlequeens versus Burnie. Harlequeens coached by Christopher Mahina, a Harlequeens legend, and joined here today by Vale Ataleo, another Harlequeens legend, in helping the girls out. And the Burnie team have got their own Burnie legend in Brett Kershaw, otherwise known affectionately as Krusty, who has taken up the coaching mantle for them this year and had a great impact on their physicality and skills in their game. So restarting, the score is actually 28-0 in favour of the Harlequeens at half time. So we're up for another strong 7 minutes of women's sevens. Kick off by Rebecca Davies. And it's out.
Get a line out. Come on, girls. Move across.
So that'll be our first line out for today.
Are we running the defense?
Girls love being able to practice their line outs, but they just don't get them much in the sevens game. So line out here, feed in by Burnie. Great line out there by Burnie, but no, they managed to maintain it. Stolen there by Quins. Great tackle by Fiona Anderson for the Harlequins there. Burnie have managed to maintain control of the ball through that. Oh, and a tackle there by Winona Conway, and a steal by Mesa Albert, who will make them pay for that little indiscretion, landing the ball over the try line. So that takes us up to 33-0. Right here, the Burnie Tongan contingent having a bit to say in the background. And a conversion. So my calculations, that takes us to 35-0 in favour of the Harlequeens.
You right? Keep it going, ladies.
This Burnie team had an amazing game earlier against the second placed Tarooni. It just seemed to be lacking a bit of that intensity this time. And Burnie are taking their time, carefully setting up their play, making sure they retain control of the ball, protecting the ball. Great, skillful, careful play on behalf of Burnie. And they're going to go in. Excellent teamwork there from Burnie. Oh, and a double team tackle by Harlequins, Lydia Attrell. And we have a penalty to the Harlequins. Winona Conway, experienced player, understands the rules. Huge advantage in sevens. If you're a player who really understands the rules, then you can take advantage and pick the ball up and run when you know you've got a penalty. So she's gone through for another try. Captain of the Harlequeens. Quite warm in Hobart today. Bit of a unusually sunny day for rugby. And no conversion that time. That angle was just a little bit too much, even for Beck Davies' wonderful kicking so far today. Our refs today are doing a great job. A lot of these refs are fantastic with the women's sevens teams. We have a lot of new players and they take their time to explain to the girls the rulings they've made and what they've done, which really helps to improve play for everyone. It's really appreciated by the girls.
Come on, girl.
Great, strong hands by Burnie. He goes clear white way. Burnie captain breaking through there, getting a bit of ground.
Good cover, Faye.
Great, strong hands by the Burnie girls. Great tackle, intercept there by Finn Roberts. Oh, there goes Savannah lost the ball but picked up again by Winona Conway. Out to Misa Albert. Big fend by Misa and a big strong run to the line. Incredibly strong player, Misa. Makes diving over the line look easy. So we're currently up to, on my calculations, a score of 40-0, which I have to say is a bit of a surprise for this game. These Burnie girls really came out firing against Tarooni in their last game and just seem to have lost a bit of that this time, which is a shame for them. I've just noticed they have lovely Antonia Brancher from Tarooni stepping in and playing for them, which is fabulous. We see a lot of that with the girls. There's a lot of teams. They share, they share, play for each other, support each other, which is great. It's all about growing the women's game, making sure teams can play. Great take there by Mel for Burnie. Oh, great tackle there. And pop off to Finn Roberts, legend of the Harlequeens team. The Harlequeens have done an amazing job of supporting each other, and there goes, I think, Finn Roberts over the line for a very well-deserved try. That was a hard-won try for her. Great outcome. Harlequeens are really showing a lot of support for each other. And that one was clearly a little bit of an ask too much for young Beck Davies. We're seeing Savannah AT come off for Josie Hicaro and Captain Winona Conway off for Lily O'Donnell, coming back after a season mostly off due to injury. Great take by Claire Whiteway there for Burnie. And Burnie are off and running, being run down by Fiona Anderson for the Harlequins. Almost thought she'd go for a dive and then decided better of it. So Burnie have got themselves a try. Great running try there from Burnie, and kick to be taken by Claire Whiteway. Great running by Fiona Anderson for the Harlequins. You can tell she thought about going for the dive and the ankle tap and then thought better of it at the last second. And topped off by a conversion for Claire Whiteway, and that is the game. So Burnie ended the game with 7 points to the Harlequeens 50. So 50-7, the end of that game. Great win to the Harlequeens.
Alright, switch on, Red!
Let's go Roosters, on your toes.
Okay, our next game today, we're back with Eastern Suburbs, who seem to have played pretty much every second game.
Alright, are you ready? Turn around and face the ball!
And the combined Taroona uni team, Tarooni as we call them. Great take by those Eastern Suburbs girls, who must be pretty exhausted. They haven't had much of a break between games, these girls, today. Sometimes, unfortunately, that's just the way the roster falls.
Pick it up! Let go of the ball. Get back 10! Get back 10!
Penalty
Get back 10!
in favour of the Tarooni girls here. East girls being told to get back. 10. And they've gone for a kick. Not something we usually see, but it's a kick and it's out. So we'll see a line out.
At least I got back that time. Maybe only 15.
I know you're scoring, so I won't talk. On the third, so we've got one more round of men.
Line out. Ooh, went a little stray. Throw in by Tarooni and picked up by Easts. So great pick up there by Easts. But in the end, Tarooni have come out with it, and in the hands of Emily Pregnall at the moment. She'll be hard to stop. Oh, but she lost possession of the ball just shy of the line. Great defensive work there by Eastern Suburbs. Excellent play. And Tarooni have managed to get over the line. They've been Young and Tonya Brancher there, I think, scoring a try. Great young player in the making here, Antonia. She played in the boys' teams for as long as she could because it was the only rugby she had available to her, and has now been able to step up into the women's comp this year and is really holding her own. So it's great to see these young girls coming through and keeping the competition alive.
Get that defensive formation going.
Failed conversion there by Tarooni. Oh, great kick. Possibly a knock on, yes. Refs have just called. So there'll be a scrum, feed in by Tarooni. Another feed will be done by Georgia Stewart for Tarooni. Great little halfback, and she's out. She's calling up her support. She's saying, come with me. But in the end, she's okay. She doesn't need it, and she's through. Really, really important, those fast running players, particularly the small ones, have support with them. They've got to be able to get rid of the ball if they get tackled. And a very narrow conversion, but a conversion it is. So great conversion to Georgia Stewart there.
Be ready.
And Tarooni taking the kick, and they're up. Can the East girls take it this time? Not quite, but it went backwards, so that's a bonus. Katie's got it. Oh, she's made some fantastic ground there. She's going backwards to try and protect the ball. Excellent, they've retained possession. Great defensive work from these East girls. They need to spread out a little bit, give themselves a bit of room to get rid of the ball. And here we go, Tarooni have managed to get it. It's Emily Pregnall with her famous Don't Argue Fend there. Great defensive work again by the Eastern Suburbs girls, who are really going into this like bulldogs, which is great to see. Great thing about this team, they just do not give up. Great to see. So the scrum here, the feed to Easts. Ball's out, ball's free, play on, and picked up by Georgia Stewart. She's gone for a run, she's got some support there from her number 13, excellent, but she's through. East are doing the best they can to manage their numbers by turning over their players as often as they can. Katie's coming off for a rest, and there's a conversion to Georgia Stewart. She's had a great percentage today in her kicking. Really good to see. Great kick. Great take there by Chicken for the Roosters. Safe hands. That's it. Push through, push through. Can't wait to see some of these girls playing 15s later in the year. It's going to be fabulous. The hold of that ball as Emily Pregnell tries to yank it off her. Great defending there by Roosters, really holding onto that ball. Oh, and she's going to get that uni player down. Georgia Sayers on the ball to protect it, but didn't keep her feet, so they're off. Robin's making some ground there. Great work, offload, excellent work by the East girls there. Try and protect that ball, hold on to it, get it back out again, avoid the uni steal.
Go T, go!
Ball's out, East retain possession. Emily Pregnell there trying, she managed it, got the steal. And then lost the ball, but lost it backwards. So picked up. And back with Georgia Stewart again. East are going to make a really good goal trying to mow her down, but it's a big call, it's hard work. It's another example of these East girls just not giving up. They're really keeping the pressure on this Tarooni team.
Yep. Sub. You right?
We'll be having an East player needs to come off, but we're half time. Half time for a quick recap. Not quite sure what the score is here. I'll see if we can get a score check in just a moment. Okay, so we're back for the second half of this game. Tarooni and University versus Eastern Suburbs. And we think we're looking at a score of around 26-0, 28-0 to Tarooni.
It's all right, you're going to come in next up.
Go with it.
Eastern Suburbs are doing a fabulous job of keeping this very experienced, excellent team to a relatively low score for them. Here we've got Micheline, Tarooni player, very experienced international 7's player, has represented Papua New Guinea.
Let's go! Go with it!
Exceedingly fast. East have managed to retain the ball. Oh, knock on there. So we'll have a scrum, red feed. Got a little quick turnover here. Emily Pregnell off, Vivi Hockinen on. And the ball's out to Micheline. She's also calling up her support and offloading there for a run up the wing. Great team play there by Tarooni, sharing the ball around. And then they're running up with her to support her just in case she gets caught at the end. But I think these East girls know when they're done and won't expend energy chasing that player down. Oh, and hit the post. So failed conversion there for Tarooni on that try. I have to say this Eastern Suburbs team is far and away the most improved team of the year.
Make sure you're on side.
And as always, the scoreline just never really demonstrates the effort they put in and how well they're playing. Considering in their first game they were down to 5 and now they've come back in their third game, full contingent again. Really tough. And we've got a scrum here, feed to Tarooni.
Sarah,
Knock on.
don't watch the ball. Watch your player.
It's our ball. That's it.
T, watch her.
Getting set now for the scrum. Tarooni will feed. And out. Antonia Branchard with the ball.
Legs.
Good run, little fend. She's tougher than she looks. Love to Vivi Hokkinen,
Legs,
very
legs.
experienced
Good, Ali.
state player. Micheline with the ball out. Great grab there on the wing. Good recovery.
Yeah, good tackle.
Great tackle from Easts in. Protect the ball, grab the ball.
Hit the legs.
Really make these East girls work for it. Another great tackle off onto Vivi and she's through. That teamwork there from Tarooni, but they've really had to work for it in this one. Oop, and no conversion there. A little change over here. It sees Georgia Sayers coming back on after a couple of really strong runs down the wing for that number 19 for Tarooni. I'm not sure of her name, but she's done a great job.
Are you ready?
Georgia's had some time in Queensland at uni and getting ready to play Aeons up there, but has come back to Tassie during the pandemic, and a great pickup for the Tarooni team to have her back again. It's great when these girls can get into state, get some experience playing with one of the other uni teams in the Aeons competition while we don't have one, and bring that experience back into the state again and continue to grow the game. It's fabulous that they keep on coming back and playing at this level and lifting all the girls around them. Scrum, feed to Tarooni. And out to Antonia, to Mish. She's got Georgia out on her side and they'll do well to catch her. Good job out to Mish again. Great team play from Tarooni, taking advantage of those wingers, fast players that they've got. And we have, nope, play down, but she's up. That'll be Robin, East stalwart, unkillable, fantastic. And no conversion there for Tarooni.
Some good chasing there, mate.
I feel like it.
And quite deservedly, these East girls are pretty close to cooked. This is their third game today, and they've only had a 1 game rest in between each of their games, so it's been a hard call for them today.
Yes, go. Tie.
Knock on the far side of the ground. Scrum. Emily Pregnell coming in. Strong scrummager, Emily. Again, experienced player, great 15s player. As much as the girls love playing their 7s, they always look forward to a few games of 15s later in the year. Antonia, she's down.
Take the ball.
Trying to protect that ball. Oh, great steal there by Easts. No, ref's pulled it up. There was a knock on earlier in the play. And there'll be a scrum.
Ali, remember that scrum tactic.
The feed, it appears, to Easts. So as the 7th season comes to an end for the girls, they'll come together as statewide and form a couple of teams, 15s, and hopefully play an exhibition match. Grand final day, men's grand final day.
Go, Robin!
Ordinarily they'd be preparing for a interstate tour, 15s, but that won't happen this year in all likelihood. Great pick up there by Mish. It went backwards, but she got it into the safe hands of Georgia Sayers, who will now go for a run and safely get through. It's great to see how well this Tarooni team have come together. Players that have played separately. There's an example, Mish and Georgia Sayers played on opposing teams prior to this. Mish playing for Uni and Georgia Sayers playing for Taroona. But they've come together really well and it's great to see. So a strong win there to Tarooni against the Eastern Suburbs girls. Not sure of the final score, but a substantial win there to Tarooni. Okay, we now have the what might well come close to being the match of the day. The Harlequeens, top of the ladder, and the Vixens, only just in third by 1 or 2 points. So this will be a cracker of a game, I dare say. A lot of rivalry between these two clubs, I think it's fair to say. And the kick-off by Beck Davies and taken on the run by the Vixens. Tackled by Lydia Attrell. Up. Vixens have possession, tackled by Finn Roberts. And again, and tackle there, Winona Conway. Beck Davies and Finn Roberts. And the ball is being heavily contested there and won by the Queens. Out to Sav AT, who's popped it off to Beck Davies and out, intercept and off to Misa Albert and Fiona Anderson. So Misa needs to stay with her, stop the ball from coming out. Picked up by Lauren Cooper. She's down. These Vixens girls are very quick to get into the ruck and steal the ball. Not quite sure what's happening there. Lauren Cooper's come off holding her elbow, so hopefully she'll be okay. Not quite sure exactly what happened there, but there's been some Vixens players. Bit of a turnover here.
Mark it up, mark it up.
And I think we have a penalty to the Vixens, who will tap and go, and they're going for a kick. Which Fiona Anderson has her eyes on that. Then it went backwards. Dive on the ball by Finn Roberts. And there'll be a quick scrum with a feed by the Queens.
Big scrum, Queens.
Ball's in and it's out. Nearly got caught up there and it's out. Out to Misa Albert. She's got Winona Conway and Lydia Attrell there to help. Out to Fiona Anderson. She's hot, but she has managed to break across the line. Can she ground the ball? Yes, she can. Despite a fairly strong push in the back, but she managed to get it down. And we'll now see if Bet Davies can continue her strong kicking to date. Don't want to hex her, but yes, straight through. So that's one converted try to the Queens.
Good support, good run.
Chris, is that one or two? One. So we have the Queens up 7 at the moment, 7-0 to the Tamar Valley Vixens. It's the Vixens just having a chat with the ref. As I said earlier, the refs have been excellent this season with the women's game in explaining their decisions and providing advice to the girls on how they can improve and understand the rules, which is fabulous. And the Vixens have gone through, oh, big hip, but she broke through. Brought down, big gain there by the Vixens, a half field gain, and she's up and she's out again. Strong player, this Vixens player. And a penalty now to and a penalty off to Winona Conway. And the Queens are making their way down, strong line. It's Lydia Attrell with the ball. 2 players on her, ball out, went backwards, grabbed up by Misa Albert. She's tackled but makes some distance before getting the ball out to Winona Conway, who manages to ground the ball again, knock on. There will be a scrum to the Vixens.
Get those hands working, Queens.
The Harlequeens are battling hard here.
Mark it up. Go, Queens.
Great push, great scrum there. The ball's coming out and it's been stolen by the Harlequeens halfback. Finn Roberts, picked up by Winona, but that was a knock on. So, and do we have an injury there to Finn Roberts, or she's just, nope, just taking her time to get up off the ground. Okay, another scrum here, Vixen's feed. Let's see if we can get another steal out of this one.
Go again, Queens.
Vixens get the ball out. There'll be a great tackle there by Winona Conway. And she's down again. Let's not release the ball at this point. Ball's out now. Winona Conway's driven. And there's a penalty to the Vixens. And the Harlequins need to go back 10 metres. As soon as the ball's touched, they can move forward again. DeSalto for the Vixens, got hold of the ball, another strong experienced player, strong 15s player. And Rhiannon James, strong player for the Vixens, Rhiannon, foundation player. Vixens player told to release the ball. A tackle, great tackle there by Fiona Anderson. Ball's out, really making the Vixens work for this. Missed, but the ball went backwards, so they're right to pick it up. Oh, strong tackle there by Lydia Attrell on the Vixens player.
Oh, come on, sir.
Penalty to the Vixens, and they're off and running. Drop the ball.
Go with her, Lydia, keep running. Go with her, support, girls, support.
And Misa Albert now has the ball for the Queens. out of one tackle, out of another, and running. She's got someone behind her, but she'll dive over the line and ground the ball for a second try to the Harlequeens. Loves to get that ball in her hands, Mesa Albert. And another fantastic conversion kick by Beck Davies. So half-time score is 14-0 to the Harlequeens. So back with the second half of game between the Tamar Valley Vixens in the orange and teal and the Harlequeens in the blue and maroon checkerboard. Touch judges are just sorting themselves out here at the moment, trying to work out who's on which side of the field. Yes, I think Mr. Brancher may have pulled rank. Great kick by the Vixens, safely picked up by Winona Conway. Passed off to Savannah, 18, to Beck Davies, back to Winona again. She's got Lydia Attrell on the outside. Great athlete, Lydia, great runner. And picked up again by Winona Conway. And she's out, back to Savannah again, passed off, Beck Conway, Beck Davies out to Winona Conway, through the side and back as close as she dared to the posts. Great team try there from the Harlequeens. And that one hit the post, so I think that makes it a score of 19-0 to the Harlequeens at the start of the second half.
Very good. That's right.
And we're off with the kick with Beck Davies. Good, strong kick. Difficult bounce for the Vixens, picked up by the Harlequeens and taken by Savannah again, who's had a great impact on this game, using her physicality to really break through. Could not find a more gentle person in real life, but outside the game, but she is strong as anything on the field. Mesa Albert brought down there, picked up again by Winona Conway. He's had an amazing game, knocked on unfortunately by the Harlequeens. So there will be a scrum. Just back from the Harlequeens line with a feed to the Vixens. So let's see who can capitalise on this. Can the Vixens get this out and make a run for their line? Such a quick game, anything is possible. Another knock on. So we'll have another scrum. And the forwards just love it when this happens. They get the ball out on the scrum. One of the backs knocks it on. So it's a Queen's feed. Now Roberts feeding the ball and it's out and she's being pestered by the Vixens halfback but still manages to get it through into safe hands of Mesa Albert, who will ground that ball. Great capitalising on the scrum there from the Harlequeens. Vixens again having a chat to the ref, just making sure they understand what they're doing with the rules there. And a conversion by Beck Davies again. So we must have a score about 25-0. Now Savannah's coming off and being replaced by Josie Hikairo. Josie in her first year playing rugby. Again, another younger player who's been dispensated to play up in the senior women's comp. She'll be a very impressive player as she continues. Great take there by the Vixens into the very safe hands of Rhiannon James. Very strong player for them. And they're out retaining the ball for the Vixens. Can they get through? All wrapped up there by Lydia Attrell, with the ball stolen by Finn Roberts out to Winona Conway. It's a little bit of playing the Vixens at their own game. They're normally straight into the ruck stealing the ball. And Misa Albert now has possession, shrugs off a couple of tackles and through for another score. And another conversion, so that'll be a score of 32-0, I believe, to the Harlequeens. Vixens just made a substitution, and I should know which one of the Southshore girls that is, but I never do. I'm sorry. I'm going to say Nick, but I really don't know. Now off to Josie. She's pushing through, retains possession. That's it, excellent work. Out and out to Fiona Anderson on the wing. Fiona has a deceptive amount of speed. Back to Misa, then to Winnie. And back to Fiona again. Come around in the loop. And she's going to go straight through. Can she get it down? No, held up. But it doesn't matter, that's full time. And fantastic win there to the Harlequeens, who have had 3 from 3 today.
Are you ready for that ball?
Not 10, sir.
Right, so back with our next game, which is the Burnie Emus in the red and navy, playing the Eastern Suburbs Roosters in the maroon. So East up again for another game.
Take it down, take it down. Good one, Robin. Take the ball, take the ball.
Great work there by Burnie to grab the ball out, and they're off. Great run there from the Burnie player, and a try to Burnie. Under the post, Claire Whitewell, we're happy about that as she takes the kick. And conversion there by Claire. Great start for the Burnie Emus team. Against Eastern Suburbs. Long way back to the centre with that ball for the kick-off again.
Heads up, Roosters. Be ready for that ball. Chasing. Be ready for the ball.
And here we go.
Yeah,
Kick,
Robert.
great kick. Went backwards.
Help her out.
Get in there! Seal!
East retained possession.
Go, KT.
Out to KT.
Go, Sammy.
Be there, Seal! Be there,
Great work.
Help her out.
East retained
Good Katie.
the possession and they're able to go for a bit of a run. Oh, and we're out. That was a heavy pull, and I think we have an injury here from East's. We'll just have some medical people come and check this out. That was a strong tackle. Fair tackle, but strong. And I think we've just had a bit of a jolt over the line, heavy landing, and possibly banged her head on the ground.
Good. Just land on your tailbone. Yeah.
It sounds like we've just had a bit of winding and possibly a shock just from being shoved to the ground quickly and hard. Okay, I think the good news is there's nothing serious here, possibly a bruised tailbone.
Possibly when she
So might just need some time.
comes over.
Getting a little bit of ice potentially. And she's up. Excellent work. Teammates trying to get her to stay off and have a rest, but I tell you, these East girls, they are tough. Okay, we've got a line out here. They're fed in by Burnie, but picked up by East. Great pick up by East there. Good eye for the ball. And they're over, trying to protect the ball, but they're steal by Claire Whiteway from Burnie. She's down, she's got the ball back. Oh, but East have picked it up. That was a nice try, but she hadn't gone through the gate.
That was a nice try, Ali.
Great try, but our refs are on the ball. And here we go for a kick
Go, Tay!
and a strong run. And that paid off very, very well for Burnie girls.
I think that's the first time I've seen someone actually kick the ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ali, I like your thinking.
Claire Whiteway to take the conversion kick here. And off the side of the boot. No conversion for Burnie. So I think that leaves us with a score to Burnie of 12-0. Great kick there. Burnie, East need to ground that ball and get running. They've made the effort so much harder for them. Oh, and another kick.
Chase the ball,
At least make up some ground, which is Great, get the ball closer to their end.
Good.
Burnie come up with the ball.
Go again.
Out to Claire Whiteway.
Outside of her.
She's going for a run, but looking for someone to pass off to. And there we go. Winger coming through.
Good save, good effort.
I think Claire's taking a kick again. And no conversion. To take us up to a score of 17-0 in favour of Burnie. Must be approaching half time, I would think, with that injury time taken into account. Kick off by Burnie. Strong kick, well taken by Eastern Suburbs. Down, retain that possession, pop it off, great work. Oh, well done, taking up a real lot of, and a steal. Got to work on holding onto that ball. Oh, well done, got it. Great teamwork there by Burnie. Fantastic defence by East, but really strong teamwork there by Burnie. And I think she's going to take the kick herself. Some of the young Tongan girls playing for Burnie. It's great to see them getting out and enjoying their rugby. And that's through. So it takes us to 24-0 at half time.
Who's dead? There it is. Now you got to run back. Concentrate what's going on.
When we used to play years ago, it was a complete experience with local bowls.
Chicken, try and position yourselves for the restart, okay? Get ready for the ball. Just think, you got to think, the ball's coming to me. Let's go, Roosters! Go! Move! Run, Sarah! Sarah, move it! Oh, yeah, good hit up! Want to hear them all! Move! Get around, get around!
Right, here we're back with this Burnie Emus and Eastern Suburbs Roosters game again. Burnie up at half time. And they're off again for a run through. They're going to score yet again this time.
Brett? Sorry, no, Brett, not Ref. Finn said she'd run on for you if you need someone. Just yell out, she's got my change room.
Heads up, Roosters! Move! 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 That's it, Sean!
So we are with a scrum, feed into Burnie, I think.
Here, come closer. Move. This way, this way. Back you come.
Score must be somewhere around the 30 odd to nil, I'm not entirely sure, but thereabouts in favour of Burnie. Oh, that's a great run by that Burnie player. Come on, she's been pushed out, so you see a line out here. East feed into the line out. Great line out there. Little dummy at the back, East. They're going to go for a run. Grab that ball and, oh, they're down again. Oh, here goes KT. She's a survivor. Pop it out to Chicken. Another East stalwart. Back to KT again. Great work from these East girls. Just putting in 100% all the time. Steal from Burnie. They got the ball. Very flat pass to the side, and they'll run through for another score. Everyone's going to be pretty exhausted here now.
That's too far.
Have a seat, KT.
There you go, one mate.
I think so. I do so well. It's just those little things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heads up, Roosters! Never give up attitude! Be ready for the ball!
A lot of tired and weary bodies out there right now. Kick off Claire Whiteway for Burnie. Good kick,
That's it.
strong take.
Keep
A
going.
little knock on there, but didn't seem to have been picked up, so we'll run with that. And now we've got it. Knock on, scrum, Burnie feed. Ref just making sure scrum's set properly. And they're in, ball's in. Oh, ball's been held up a bit.
Oh, good.
No, oh, steal by Ace. Great job. She's been pulled down by the Burnie half, but they've retained possession. And they're pushing forward. There they go.
Go team!
She's out, but she's there. She's got some support now. They've retained possession again. Can they hang on to it? Rest called. Time. Yes, time.
Enough?
Excellent. So I thought they were going to play that scrum, but no, we're out, we're time. So that was an excellent effort there by the Eastern Suburbs girls against Burnie Emus. A win to Burnie, but great strong defence by the East's girls, which, as I've said already today, really have been the most improved team of this season. They're really doing amazingly well, and hopefully will continue to build next year. They've come back from hardly managing to field a team most times last season to really being a strong competitor this year, so they've done really, really well. Heading to the right of screen, Tarooni to receive. For those of you who've just joined us, the Vixens in the teal and orange from Launceston, Tamar Valley, and Tarooni playing in the uni colours of red, yellow and black, but are a combination team of Taroona women's and uni women's. Play's been stopped and brought back. Looks like a line out. Ball must have gone out. Back there, so see another line out. After my comment that we don't see many line outs in 7's, we've now had more in this round than we probably had for the entire season. And the line out won by Tarooni. Sent the ball out. Georgia Sayers to Georgia Stewart. And she's strong attempt to bring her down, but she's kept her feet. And Tarooni have retained the ball out to Grace. Oh, risky play there by Tarooni, but an attempt to get the ball grounded closer to the sticks, and there we go, they'll get that down in the end. Good teamwork there by the Tarooni team. Great to see, seeing as these two teams have really only come together over the last 3 or 4 rounds of the competition, but they've really gelled. A lot of them have played Aeons together, a lot of them have played state together, so they know each other well. Strong team. We've got at least 4 of the Tarooni players out there now who've played Aeons, Tasmania and other states, and played internationally, so very strong team. Great kick. Great defending by the Tarooni team, really tough physical team. Oh, great intercept by the Vixens. Knock on with scrum, Tarooni feed. It's strong Vixen scrum, really strong scrum. Uni feed. Oh, well done Vixens. They've stolen that one out. Strong running. Strong running down there, but she's been caught. Thrown the ball back. Intercepted by Vicky Hockinen and picked up by Georgia Stewart, who, now that she's got a run on, is unlikely to be stopped. Great strong runner, very fast, Georgia Stewart. Rhiannon James really doing the right thing, keeping the running up behind her, trying to apply some pressure. Tough job. And a conversion, so that puts us Tarooni 14, Vixens 0. Oh, tricky bounce there for the Vixens. Dangerous territory here. Managed to ground it. But the Tarooni will work hard to try and get this ball so close to their try line. That was a fabulous kick by Tarooni to get the ball down there. Rhiannon James got hold of it.
Back down, back looking.
Penalty to the Vixens. Tarooni need to get back 10. And a kick. Oh, terrible bounce. And out. So we'll have a line out.
Because it was tapped. Yeah. Yeah. If it's straight into touch, it's yours. If it's tapped, it's theirs.
Whoa, well, straight over the top, picked up by the Vixens. Great run there. Good tackle, good strong tackle. And we're out at the back. And through, another good strong tackle there. Ball's out. Vixens have lost a couple of their fast little wingers today, some slight injuries. Penalty to Tarooni, Vixens back 10. They're already making sure they've got, ooh, knock on. Just didn't quite get the fingertips to it there. So it'll be a scrum with a Vixens feed. Tarooni building up their scrum a little bit to try and meet the strength of the Vixens scrum. Feed. Oh, the Vixens are trying to get it, but no, it's out. Vixens have got it. Oh, they're fast, this Tarooni team. They're really fast. Fast into the scrum. Micheline has it. Strong player. International representative. Fast. Great work. And strong conversion there. That's it, strong win there to the Tarooni team over the Vixens. No, half time. Okay, back for the second half of our final game for today. The Tamar Valley Vixens in the orange and teal against the combined Taroona and University team. Tarooni in the Taroona colours of red, black and gold. Starting the half with Tarooni up by 3 or 4 tries to 0 against the Vixens, having a strong first half put in by the Tarooni players. We have a penalty here to the Vixens. Let's see if they can make use of this. And picked up by Nicola De Saltoy there in a pick and run. It's been incredibly close to the edge there. Oh, and picked up by Tarooni. Nope, brought back. Knock on. Oh, went off her boot, so that's okay. And back to Mish, who is going to pass it off, but has now decided to go for a run. And I don't think they'll catch her. She should safely put that down between the posts and try to the Vixens. And I think she's saying she's not taking the kick. Well, we have the halfback coming through. See if she can take the kick. Rhiannon James comes back on for the Vixens, by the looks of things. And conversion to Tarooni. Antonia Brancher comes on for the Tarooni team. And Tarooni take the kick. Micheline taking that kick for Tarooni. Good strong kick, good take by the Vixens. Oh, big hit up by Emily Pregnell. She was able to shake her off and brought down by Mish. The Vixens retain possession. Offside, Tarooni, so penalty to the Vixens. Got a slight limp there, I think, the Vixens player. She's pushing through, holding on to the, oh, she had the ball stripped by Emily Pregnell. Great play there by Emily. And into Mish, off, ball's loose, picked up by Georgia Stewart. And as she gets out for a run, they're unlikely to catch her. She got pulled down. Oh, Antonia Brancher trying to chase that ball, but it's gone over the line. So we have a line out again up to the Vixens. Great line out from the Vixens. Textbook material there. Penalty. Tarooni taking that. They've waited for the Vixens to get right back before heading off with that. There goes Antonia Brancher straight in. Ball comes out. Vivi Hockinen, to Georgia Sayers. She's got Mish on her outside, but I don't think she's going to need her. And she's straight through for another score. Great work there for the Tarooni team. Great work from George Sayers. And they're telling her she can take the kick.
Coach, you've got someone on the floor.
And it looks like we have a Vixens player down over there. Converted kick, but we have Vixens player on the ground, possibly a cramp. The ref's saying there's about a minute left in the half. Sun shining here at Rugby Park. It's really quite warm for rugby playing anyway. Pleasant as a spectator, but I suspect a little bit uncomfortable if you're running around. Beautiful day out. There's been some fantastic games here today. We've seen some really, really good quality rugby. It's been great to see. Looks like we've got a bit of a leg injury here coming off, maybe an ankle. Side Vixens player is being chaired off the ground. Get some treatment. Still a big smile on her face, so hopefully she'll be fine. Suffered a few injuries today, the Vixens, but hopefully nothing serious. Finals are a couple of weeks away, so hopefully they'll have time to recover completely before heading off to finals. Mish taking the kick off. Great kick, really solid kick, well taken by, I'm pretty confident, Nicola De Saltoy. Oh, spilled out, picked up by Georgia Stewart. Can't afford to make mistakes around these Tarooni girls. And she's taking the zigzag path through for another try. I've lost count of where we are here now, but we could be up to 8 or 9 tries to nil for Uni. And another conversion. And looks like the ref is going to have one more start in this game. The Vixens girls might be kind of rather hoping he'd call it, but he's going to let them start again. Mish taking the kick again. Strong kick again. Taken, no, went backwards. Picked up by Mish. And she's come through. Oh, missed by Georgia, but not knocked on. Yes, knock on. Ref's called it. And that's it. We're out. And not sure of the final score, but I suspect we're looking at 8 or 9 goals to nil, 8 or 9 tries to nil in that game. Win to Tarooni.